Women often test men to see if they are interested, valuable, or just for fun. This is because men who identify as Sigma create an aura of mystery and are often difficult to read, making it difficult for women to understand what they are thinking. Women are often drawn to men who are mysterious, but are unsure of how to get their attention, which often leads them to test men to see what he is made of and to gauge their level of interest. These 8 methods are how women covertly test Sigma men. Although they are frequently seen as distant and indifferent, this could not be further from the truth. In reality, they are the finest partners there are. They are tremendously devoted and supportive and know just when to offer space and when to be there. First up, we have the social gatherings challenge. Now, if you know anything about Sigma males, you're aware that they're often seen as the lone wolves of the social hierarchy. They're the ones who prefer solitude over the hustle and bustle of a crowded room. But here's the catch: life is not a one-man show. And women, being the intuitive beings they are, tend to test this aspect of the Sigma's personality in a social setting. Picture this: a large gathering, people laughing, glasses clinking, the air buzzing with chatter. Now place a Sigma male in this setting. It's like throwing a cat among the pigeons. A bit uncomfortable, a little out of place. But why? Let's delve deeper. Sigma males, with their introverted nature, often find large social gatherings draining. It's not that they're antisocial, but they value meaningful interactions over superficial chatter. They're the ones you'll find in the quiet corner of the room, engaged in a deep conversation with one person, rather than flitting around, trying to be the life of the party. However, women tend to use this setting to gauge a Sigma's adaptability. They observe: does he squirm in discomfort, or does he navigate the room with ease? Can he step out of his comfort zone and blend into the crowd, or does he stick out like a sore thumb? It's a test of his social skills, his ability to hold a conversation, and his comfort level in a group setting. But remember, being a Sigma male is not about changing who you are to fit into societal norms. It's about understanding your strengths and weaknesses and leveraging them to your advantage. So, when a Sigma male finds himself in a large social gathering, he doesn't panic. He doesn't try to be someone he's not. He stays true to his nature, engaging in meaningful conversations, observing and learning. So, how does our Sigma fare? He takes a deep breath, steps into the room, and next, we have the emotional openness challenge. This is quite a conundrum for our Sigma male, who is often known to keep his emotions under wraps. The Sigma male's emotional landscape is a fortress, a stronghold, a labyrinth of thoughts and feelings that are rarely on public display. Why is this, you may wonder? Well, Sigma males tend to be introspective, often preferring to process their emotions internally rather than sharing them outwardly. This isn't because they are devoid of feelings, but rather because they value their emotional privacy. They are like well-written novels, rich in content, but only revealing their depth to those patient enough to turn the pages. Now, this is where women step in, seeking to challenge this emotional reservation. They probe, they question, they delve into the depths, trying to coax out those hidden emotions and feelings. It's not about breaking down walls or forcing an emotional outpouring, but more about encouraging a level of emotional openness that facilitates deeper connections. The test may come in the form of a deep conversation late into the night, a gentle probing about past experiences, or even a simple, "How was your day?" The goal is not to invade the Sigma's emotional territory, but to be invited in. So, how does our Sigma male respond to this challenge? Well, it's a delicate dance. Too much emotional openness may feel like a breach of his personal boundaries, but too little can come across as cold or distant. The Sigma male, with his unique blend of independence and introspection, must navigate this emotional labyrinth, deciding when to open up and when to maintain his reserve. The emotional openness challenge is not about cracking the code of the Sigma male's emotions, but about understanding his unique approach to emotional expression. It's about recognizing that emotional openness is not a one-size-fits-all concept, but a spectrum where each individual finds their comfortable spot. So the question remains, but can our Sigma open up, or will he remain a sealed book? Let's continue our exploration in the next scene as we delve into the Independence Challenge. Now, onto the Independence Challenge. Our Sigma male, much like a lone wolf wandering through the wilderness, has a profound thirst for independence. This isn't just a preference, it's an innate part of his being. He thrives in solitude, marching to the beat of his own drum, free from the constraints and expectations of society. He's self-reliant and self-sufficient, navigating life's ups and downs on his own terms. Now imagine this scenario. A woman with all her good intentions steps into his world and offers her assistance. Or perhaps she tries to pry into his personal affairs, aiming to get involved in his life. She may be doing so out of concern or genuine interest, but how does our Sigma react to this? Well, this is the crux of the independence challenge. It's a subtle test, one that's not always immediately apparent. It's a delicate dance between the woman's desire to be supportive and involved and the Sigma male's strong desire to maintain his autonomy. This isn't about being aloof or dismissive, nor is it about the Sigma male being unappreciative of the offered help. It's about the fine balance between accepting assistance while maintaining his sense of self-reliance. An interesting aspect of this challenge is how the Sigma male responds. Does he see the offered help as an intrusion into his personal space? Or does he view it as a gesture of goodwill, appreciating the offer but politely declining? His response can reveal much about his character and his commitment to his independent lifestyle. Remember, for a Sigma male, his independence isn't just a trait, it's a way of life. It's the lens through which he views the world around him. It's his compass, guiding him through life's many twists and turns. So, when faced with the independence challenge, what does our Sigma do? Does he compromise his independence, accepting the offered help? Or does he politely decline, choosing to continue his journey as a lone wolf, treading his own path and maintaining his cherished independence? Does our Sigma accept the help or continue his lone wolf journey? Next, the conformity challenge awaits. Sigma males, by their very nature, are nonconformist. Marching to the beat of their own drum, they prefer to stand outside the societal norms, carving their own path rather than following the one that's been well trodden by others. This individualistic approach to life is what sets them apart, but it's also the very thing that can put them to the test. Now imagine a scenario where a woman suggests changes to a Sigma male's lifestyle or appearance. Why don't you join a gym and bulk up a bit? Or maybe you should consider changing your wardrobe to something more trendy. These suggestions, seemingly harmless, are actually subtle tests of conformity. Will the Sigma male bow down to these suggestions, or will he stand his ground, maintaining his unique lifestyle and appearance? Here's the thing about Sigma males. They are comfortable in their own skin. They know who they are, and they're not afraid to show it. They don't feel the need to fit in or conform to societal expectations. They are not easily swayed by others' opinions, and they certainly won't change their ways just to please someone else. So when a woman suggests changes to a Sigma male, she's essentially testing his resolve. She's trying to see if he's truly the nonconformist he portrays himself to be, or if he's just another sheep in the herd, easily swayed by societal pressures. If he gives in and starts making changes to fit in or please others, then he's failed the conformity challenge. But if he stays true to himself, maintaining his unique lifestyle and appearance, then he's passed with flying colors. Remember, a true Sigma male is not afraid to be different. He embraces his individuality and isn't afraid to go against the grain. He doesn't conform for the sake of fitting in. He stands his ground, staying true to who he is. Will our Sigma bend to societal norms or continue marching to his own beat? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, a Sigma male's journey is anything but ordinary, and that's what makes him so fascinating. The fifth test is the commitment challenge. Now, commitment isn't necessarily a Sigma male's best friend. It's not that they're flaky or unreliable. On the contrary, they're often steadfast in their principles and actions. However, when it comes to relationships, commitments can be a bit unsettling for them. Let's delve into why this might be. Sigma males are typically seen as lone wolves. They thrive on their independence and autonomy, and the idea of being tied down or having their freedom restricted in any way can send them into a metaphorical tailspin. They value their solitude and enjoy the freedom that comes with being unattached. Now let's consider how women test this. It's not uncommon for women to push for a deeper relationship or commitment in order to gauge a man's readiness for a serious relationship. This might involve discussions about the future, moving in together, or even the prospect of marriage. For many, these are regular expected progressions in a relationship, but for our Sigma, these conversations can feel like a trap closing in. So, how does a Sigma respond to such a test? Well, it's a bit of a tightrope. On one hand, they don't want to give up their cherished independence, but on the other hand, they don't want to lose the person they care about. It's a challenging balancing act, and not all Sigma males manage it perfectly. Some might retreat, preferring the safety and familiarity of their solitude. Others might take the leap, overcoming their fear and embracing the commitment. It's important to remember that Sigma males, like everyone else, are not monolithic. Each one has his own unique experiences, perspectives, and responses. So while some might struggle with the commitment challenge, others might surprise us and rise to the occasion. Can our Sigma overcome his fear of commitment, or will he retreat into his shell? That's the million-dollar question, my friends, but only our Sigma can answer that. Now we face the communication challenge. Sigma males, often the silent observers in the room, are known for their quiet and reserved nature. They listen more than they speak, absorbing every detail, every nuance. This characteristic, while intriguing, can often be seen as a hurdle in their relationships. So, how do women test this trait in Sigma males? The answer lies in seeking deep, meaningful conversations. Picture this: a woman, curious and eager to understand the enigma that is a Sigma male, initiates a conversation. It's not your everyday small talk, but a discussion that dives into the depths of thought and emotion. It's here that the Sigma male is put to the test. Does he open up, sharing his insights and perspectives? Or does he retreat into his shell, keeping his thoughts to himself? Remember, the Sigma male is not one to enjoy the spotlight, but rather relishes in the shadows. His communication style mirrors this preference. He speaks when he has something valuable to share, not for the sake of filling silence. This can be quite a conundrum for those seeking to understand him. They may perceive his silence as disinterest or aloofness, when in fact it's his way of processing and understanding the world around him. However, this test is not about changing the Sigma male's communication style. It's about understanding and appreciating his unique approach to conversation. Women who seek a Sigma male are not looking for endless chatter. They're looking for depth, wisdom, and authenticity. They're looking for a mind that mirrors their own, one that seeks understanding over noise. The communication challenge is indeed a test, but not in the traditional sense. It's a test of patience, of understanding, and of acceptance. It's a test of whether one can truly appreciate the quiet wisdom of the Sigma male, and whether they can embrace the silence, not as a sign of disinterest, but as a sign of deep thought and contemplation. Will our Sigma open up and engage, or keep his thoughts to himself? That's a question only time and the Sigma male himself can answer. The seventh test is the vulnerability challenge. For the Sigma male, showing vulnerability is akin to baring your soul before a crowd. It's not a comfortable space, nor is it one they venture into willingly. Yet, women often test this aspect of a Sigma's personality by creating situations that require emotional transparency and vulnerability. Imagine a scenario where there's a need for an open conversation about feelings or past experiences. This is the ultimate test for our Sigma. It's a moment where he's asked to let down the walls he's so carefully built. The question is, can he do it? Can he step into the unfamiliar territory of vulnerability and emotional openness? The answer isn't straightforward, because every Sigma is unique. In this challenge, it's not about winning or losing, but understanding. Understanding that vulnerability isn't a weakness, but a strength that can deepen connections. So, does our Sigma allow his guard to drop or keep his armor firmly in place? Finally, we reach the trust challenge. This is the stage where the Sigma's inherent skepticism gets put to the ultimate test. In the mysterious world of Sigma males, trust is a rare commodity. Their natural inclination towards solitude and introspection often breeds a certain level of skepticism towards others. It's not that they're cynical, but they harbor a healthy dose of doubt, always observing before jumping in. Women, in their quest to understand and connect with the Sigma, often challenge this skepticism. They seek trust and honesty, the cornerstones of any meaningful relationship. They may share secrets, ask for his opinion on personal matters, or reveal their own vulnerabilities. The question then becomes, can the Sigma male reciprocate this trust? Can he let down his guard and allow someone else into his closely guarded world? This is the trust challenge, a test of faith and confidence. Can our Sigma learn to trust, or will his skepticism win the day? So, why do these 8 secret tests matter? Well, for starters, they serve as a window into the world of Sigma males, a breed often considered enigmatic and elusive. These tests, they're not just arbitrary hurdles or hoops to jump through. Instead, they are a journey into the depths of a Sigma male's psyche, revealing layers of personality that often stay hidden from the public eye. They are a labyrinth of challenges that provide insight into how Sigma males interact with the world around them, how they handle social situations, their emotional openness, their independence, their stance on conformity, their approach to commitment, their communication style, their vulnerability, and their ability to trust. Each test is like a puzzle piece, and when put together, they form a comprehensive picture of what it means to be a Sigma male. They allow us to understand how Sigma males navigate their relationships, how they respond to challenges, and how they adapt to the ebb and flow of life. But it's not just about understanding. These tests also serve as a catalyst for growth. They push Sigma males out of their comfort zones, challenging them to confront their fears, their insecurities, and their limitations. They compel Sigma males to reflect, to question, and ultimately to evolve. And for the Sigma males themselves, these tests offer a roadmap to self-discovery. They highlight areas of strength and potential areas for improvement. They provide a mirror for introspection, a tool for self-awareness, and a guide to personal development. In essence, these 8 secret tests are a compass, guiding us through the enigma that is the Sigma male. They are the keys that unlock the mysteries of their world, allowing us to better comprehend their unique brand of masculinity. So the next time you encounter a Sigma male, remember these tests, for they hold the key to understanding these enigmatic individuals.